afternoon, everyone. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the Magnolia Parks reading vlog. I'm really excited. I'm also really nervous. I don't know if you can tell. I literally just finished filming the outro for a previous vlog. I read Archer's Voice in Flawless and it was an amazing reading week. So I'm really excited about this next week. I am going to tackle this bad boy right here. I think one of the main things I'm really looking forward is just finally knowing what this universe and Magnolia and BJ person and Daisy Haites when I start reading those. I haven't really read the synopsis on this one. I've seen reading vlogs, like spoiler-free reading vlogs and people talking about it. So I kind of just wanted to go into it knowing even less that I know. I don't know if that makes sense, but I didn't want to go into it knowing too much. All I know is that it's a romance. I think it's compared to like Gossip Girl, I want to say. Toxic relationships, dysfunctional family, I think. I don't even know. I don't think this video needs any more of an introduction, so let's just get to it at this point. Good morning. It's been quite a few days since I last updated this vlog. I'm doing some breakfast right now before I go into work, so I thought it would be a good time to give a quick update. I haven't read as much as I would have liked to by now, but I have been doing some fun things, and if you've seen my previous vlog, then you've seen that we've been to some Disney parks and doing a little bit of a road trip to St. Augustine here in Florida, so it's been fun. But going back to Magnolia Parks, I am currently on page 132, which is chapter 19. I don't know how I feel about this book just yet. I don't know if I'm vibing with the writing style for this author, but I do know that it's keeping me kind of like intrigued in their story. Like, there's a lot of the same situations going on when it comes to Magnolia and BJ's relationship, so that's a little bit annoying. And we also just got like introduced to another character that I really like, so we'll see how that goes. Overall, I feel like it's kind of weird. It's been a different read than what I'm used to, I think. Like, for example, the narration, it feels as if they're telling their story kind of like looking back on it. I don't know if that makes sense, but the way I can explain it as best as I can is as if you're sitting down with them having a coffee or a drink or whatever, and they're telling you their story in the present time, but their story had already passed. So kind of like a recollection of their story. I'm still on the fence on how I feel about it, but again, I'm still very intrigued with their story and the things that are going on and how the story is being told. So I guess we'll see what happens. Hello again. It is actually a few hours later. I'm actually on my lunch break right now, so I just wanted to pop in real quick and kind of give some clarification on my update from this morning because my battery was about to die. I was making breakfast and I had like 30 minutes before logging into work, so there was just a lot of things going on. So what I was talking about earlier about this book having like a weird writing style, what I basically meant was that on Magnolia Parks, I'm noticing that it's very narration or narrative forward. So there's not that much dialogue like going back and forth. It's a lot of like internal and the character like kind of like talking to us for the majority of the book. So that's what I meant by that. It's not like a weird thing, it's just weird to me specifically because I'm really used to back and forth and a whole lot of dialogue from the characters for my romances. So I just wanted to clarify that. But overall, like I said, I'm really enjoying it. It's just something a little bit different to get used to. So that's why I'm also like reading it really slowly. So we'll see what happens. I really want to continue reading it before going to bed tonight. Hopefully I'm able to get at least one more chapter in. I do have to edit another video as soon as I get off work. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I just want to give that quick update. Let me know your thoughts on the narration style for this book, or the writing style for this book, because again, I'm just not used to it. So I'm curious to see if I'm like the only person that maybe feels that way, or if there's other people that feel that way too. I don't know what to make of the characters, to be honest, overall, but I'm hoping that as the series continues to progress and I keep reading, I start to get a little bit more sense on the romance and the characters, and I don't know, just all of that, I guess. So yeah, we'll see. I'll keep you posted, and hopefully by the next time I update, I'm a little bit closer to the halfway mark. Hey everyone, happy Friday. It is currently like 9:30 p.m., almost 10 p.m. at night. I think the last update that I gave was it yesterday? I can't even remember the last update that I get, to be honest. I have been reading it. I have been enjoying it, I think, a lot more than when I was before. Right now, I am on page 210. So we hit that 200 page mark, chapter 31, and it's like almost, I believe I'm a little bit more than halfway. And I don't know why, but this book in particular has felt kind of like long a little bit. Maybe it's the pacing of the book. I don't know, but I feel like now it's when I'm really starting to enjoy their actual relationship and like reading it overall, because I feel like the first like 150 pages or so, it's basically the same thing happening over and over again. Like they're not together, and then he does his thing, she does her thing, and then they gravitate towards each other, but then it happens again, the same thing. Just, it's like a very toxic and a weird cycle, which I kind of knew already going into this that that's how it was going to be. So am I surprised? No. My goal is to continue reading a little bit more tonight. I am really tired. It's been a crazy work week, so I don't know how much I'll get done reading tonight. I did get some new skincare stuff, which I'm really excited about, because I feel like I need like a spa night a little bit tonight. So that's what I'm gonna do after I do this update. Skincare wise, I'm not really like a huge skincare person, but I really wanna make an effort for it, and I just wanna feel a little bit good about myself from time to time. So I thought indulging in a little bit of skincare would be the best place to start. Let's do the quick haul of some things that I got. Just specifically for tonight, I got the Loops mask. After trying this mask, I'm never going back. It feels so good. And I love putting my mask in the fridge, so that way when I put it on my face, it's like super nice and chill and cold. The one that I got is the Weekly Reset, because that's the one that I really need after the work week that I've just had. So this is the toner that I got, and I want to use it for like my morning skincare routine, just to add it in there. And I really love this brand, Versed, so I just want to keep trying to see what works. And then to also add to my morning routine, I ended up getting this moisturizing gel cream from Versed. I really wanted to try like an actual moisturizer, because I've just been using the Versed sunscreen, the little yellow tube, and it works great. I love using it alongside with the brightening serum from Bioma. I was reading online that it's really good to have like an actual moisturizer so you can hydrate your skin. And then I also want to add like an exfoliator, because I used to do scrubs before, but they were really hard on my face. So I've heard really great things about this one. It's also from the brand Versed, so we'll see how that goes. And for exfoliating, I was reading that it's only like once or twice a week. It's not something you do every day, so I think that was what I was doing wrong the first time around. So really excited to really add this one to my routine as well. Anyways, not that you asked for it, but that's my little skincare, self-care haul. I think now I'm just gonna go take a shower and do my little face mask, do the whole skincare routine, and most likely just go to bed. and hopefully keep reading Magnolia Parks, and hopefully give you one last update tomorrow or at least on Sunday. I want to be done with this book at least by Sunday because there's another video that I want to film for the upcoming week, so I really want to be able to start that ahead of time and not like feel like I'm rushing to do it at the end of the week. So yeah, I think I'll see you later. Hey guys, it is currently 9:11 p.m. I want to pop in and give a little bit some more thoughts on Magnolia Parks. So I was able to read a few more chapters. I think I read like maybe 3 or 4 chapters, and I have some thoughts. I had to write them down on like my notes app on my phone because there were so many that I just needed to take them out of my head so that I can remember them for later. I love BJ in his POV. Like, I like the way he talks about Magnolia when we are in his POV, and the way that I feel like you feel how much he cares about her, but then he opened his mouth and like Magnolia's POVs, or just when something happens and the craziest things just come out of his mouth. And that's just when I'm like, no, he needs to get it together. Both of them do, actually. This is just toxic, toxic, toxic. It is such a toxic relationship on like both ends. But you know what? I'm here for it. I'm not gonna lie. I am enjoying this book a little bit more now. I think I said that in my last clip, that I think I've gotten to the point of the book where I think I'm starting to understand the characters a little bit more, and it's enhancing kind of like my reading this book. I don't know, but there's just times that I'm reading and the things that happen, and I'm just like, how do they go from being with other people, like if you read the book you know what I'm talking about, but then like together, and not together like a couple, like back together or anything, but just like magnets, like they just can't seem to not be together. It's just like the crazy things that they've done to each other. It's just like, I don't know, it's just, I'm so invested emotionally at this point that I'm here for it. So I don't know what that says about me. But also, did I miss like a book in between? Is this actually like the first book in this series? Because I feel like I'm reading the second book of a series, or like the breakup book when you're reading a series, where the first book it's like the meeting and we go through the relationship and dating, and then some series you go to the second book and like something happens, like something big dramatic happens, and the second book is kind of like that break that the characters do, and you kind of see their journey and the relationship like separate and all that stuff. And I feel like that's what I'm reading on this one. It's like that breakup journey, or I don't know, it's just weird and I can't put my finger on it. If you know what I'm talking about, or if you understand what I'm trying to say, leave me a comment with like your thoughts on it if you figure out what I'm trying to say, because my thoughts are just like all over the place. But I just feel like I missed something for some reason. I don't know. Overall, I'm really enjoying it now. I'm on page 247, which is chapter 37, and BJ has just gone off the rails at this point. Anyways, I'm gonna go clean the kitchen, get ready for bed, and read some more. Good morning, happy Monday. It is the next day. I read yesterday for a little bit, but it was Easter, so we went and spent some time with family and stuff. So then I didn't read until we got back, like at nighttime. But I did finish Magnolia Parks this morning, so let's talk about it. I'm literally still recovering from this. If I had one word to describe this book, it would be chaotic. What a total mess and I mean that in the best way possible. However, I'm emotionally invested now. Like, I'm in it for the long haul, which honestly I'm very grateful for, because this is a series that I just went all in on, and I typically don't do that. Like, when it comes to series, I usually just buy the first book, or maybe even the first and second book, and then kind of dip my toes a little bit in and see if I'm going to enjoy it or not before buying the full series. But when it comes to Magnolia Parks and the Daisy Haites, I went all in. I bought all of them, so I did risk it a little bit, but I'm glad that I did, because I am in it for the long haul. Like, I cannot unsee or unfeel, is that even a word? Like, not feel everything that I've just read and experienced. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, it got me. It got me. That ending broke me, and that's actually how I found out and realized how invested I am in these characters and in their stories now. All in all, it wasn't like the best read or the greatest read of all time for me, but I did enjoy it. Like, I really did have a good time reading it. It made me feel all the feels. Like, I was laughing, I was almost crying, I was hurt, I was angry. Like, it made me feel a lot of emotion. So something that I appreciate when a story in a book is able to get me to feel all of that. And I think I started getting more invested into the whole story and what this is, like around the 50-60% mark. It's a very, I don't know how else to describe it, but it's a very hot and cold read, where at times I was really into it, like, let's go, I'm here for this, and at other times I'm like, what the heck am I reading? Not this again, like, just get over it, move on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to describe it, but just like, it was very hot and cold. I think it's definitely not for everyone. It is very toxic, miscommunication all around. So if you're the type of person that doesn't really enjoy that, maybe this is not going to be the best for you. However, I don't really tend to like miscommunication tropes that much, but again, I'm here for this one. Rating wise, I think I settled on 4 stars. I was between a 3.75 and a 4. The fact that I didn't even realize how emotionally invested I actually was until the end, like during that last, I would say 2 or 3 chapters, I was like on the edge of my seat, almost like crying. I don't know if the edge of my seat is the right word to describe what I was feeling, but I was just very like in it, you know? Because of that, I ended up giving it the full 4 stars. I can't wait to continue reading the rest of the books. Anyways, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you read Magnolia Parks. Give me some of your thoughts down below. If you made it this far, leave me a comment with the bee emoji down below. And know that I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.
You don't need to be Prince Charming to me. I just need this to be real. I don't need no fairy tale. You don't need